What the heck is going on around here? This is Jack Daniels at the Boxers Training Center, and I'm absolutely, unequivocally, positively certain that y'all are under the impression that this podcast has went out of business. But that is totally untrue. As I stated in the last short podcast that I did, that I was still in the process of building the momentum of the particulars involved in having a outstanding podcast. That means videos, that means thumbnails, that means an adequate amount of dialogue centered around boxing, because that's what y'all want to hear. That's what y'all go to all these other channels for, to hear boxing, right? But you haven't been frequenting the Box Trainers channel, and that's understandable. But yesterday, I was paying attention to a podcast, right? And this brother was saying, look, don't stop doing what you enjoy doing if you really are compassionate about doing it, right? And contrary to the fact that nobody appears to be watching your video, don't let that be the reason for not doing it. Don't stop doing what you enjoy doing. And I thought for a minute and I said, self, why are you putting yourself in a position where you are gravitating toward the emotional side of what you should be doing? And that is talking about some boxing. Talking about some boxing. Tone Dog 707. My main man ain't seen you in a while, but I know I have been, you know what I'm saying, on the under. He been pushing this boxing line. But look, I enjoy doing this, man. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy making good content. Thank you, sir. Tone Dog 707 says good shit, and I appreciate that, brother. Much love, you know what I mean, from the heart. So I really enjoy doing this, and I was like, man, I ain't gonna do this no more until I start learning the particulars involved in being able to create good content, right? And that means the videos, thumbnails, right? And having the boxers on to give their opinion about certain things, right? But I'm just saying I haven't been able to do that because I've been stuck on stew because I couldn't somehow figure out the necessary components associated with creating the videos, right? Quite, I mean, getting on here and speaking, y'all, I can do that all day and talk some significant boxing, right? I'm talking about some truthful boxing, right? I can make people understand the particulars associated with boxing. Why shouldn't I be able to do that? I was in my opinion, I really believe that when I boxed, I was one of the best middleweights in the world. Contrary to the fact that nobody is aware of that, I'm stipulating that for the record as I have been doing since I created this podcast, right? That being said, I know boxing. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make a boxer, you know what I'm saying, want to get better. Because that's what I did. Man, I had a jab that was a triple double jab. That was me. The jab. The jab was my call to arms. Because I could use it, I could flick it. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, check this out. I have been in a position before when I boxed that I had literally knocked the dude out and woke him up before he hit the ground. Yeah. Now you tell me one boxer that you've ever seen do that. Oh, you can. Yes, I did. I did that. You know what I mean? And he wasn't a slouch. He was a good boxer. So that being said, let's talk about some dang boxing. Paul 101. Shout out to Paul 101. Dubs. Don't Roy Jones me. I'm gonna Roy Jones you, partner. You feel me? Anyway, like I was saying, G-Man. Okay, y'all. Okay. Let me get busy now. I gotta get busy because I got y'all's attention And that's what I need to be doing, getting y'all attention. Because y'all can make me feel, oh man, everybody watch my podcast. I don't give a damn if you never watch my podcast. I won't be on here talking about some dang podcast. And tonight we are talking about Terrence Bud Crawford, which you already know his stats. He's a two-time undisputed world champion. Two-time undisputed junior welterweight and welterweight. Undisputed. The man is going down in the history book as being one of the greatest, right? And presently, he is the hold up, let me man, another thing I gotta do, I gotta keep the stats for real. He is a WBA junior middleweight champion of the world as we speak today, right? Now, the particulars involved in this podcast is Bud Crawford potentially versus Najimo, no, Bakram Murtazaliev. You know what I'm saying? That's a heck of a name. But that Muslim is a top contender in the sport, in the junior middleweight championship world of things. He is the WBA or what is it? WBA or IBF. One of the two, right? But he is a world champion, right? I'm thinking about maybe those that love boxing as much as I love boxing might want to see Terrence Bud Crawford at 154 take on, make this right, Bakram Murtazaliev. I'm going to see that fight, I think, because both of them dudes is bangers, right? But I think that Terrence Bud Crawford walk away with the win on it because boxing in the scholastic scheme of thing, in the psychological scheme of thing, boxing ain't too many people gonna beat Bud Crawford, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking nothing away from Bakram Murtazaliev, right? Because he is a excellent, hard-hitting brawler. Did you see how he knocked the stew out Tim Tszyu? Who would have thought that? Who would have thought Tim Tszyu was going to get whooped by a no-namer? Murtazaliev was a no-namer until he fought Tim Tszyu, right? And that Muslim, I keep saying, I keep making reference to the fact that he's a Muslim because I've said this on numerous occasions, right? That them boxers that came out of like the European states, right? Man, they tough, right? They really believe, and it's a good thing for boxing, right? Because you're gonna get some heavy hitting, hard boxing champions, right? Those people that come from that Western Bloc, right? They believe in their heart that they gotta win these rounds, they gotta win these fights in order to feed their families. Now, who wants to not be in a position where they can feed their family? Nobody. But in boxing, that's a heck of a thing because that dude that has that mindset is going to do some super extra hard stuff in order to get the win. You can tell that by the fight that Tim Tszyu just lost to. Man, that man was in hard. And right before the fight, this was my first experience with Bakram Murtazaliev, right? This is my first experience with it. I had no knowledge of it until last week, I believe it was, when Tim Tszyu and Bakram Murtazaliev stepped in the ring. But prior to the fight, I was noticing Murtazaliev in the dressing room warming up. And the way that he was putting them, shoot them shoulders, he was putting them shoulders into what he was doing, right? It was like, damn, I ain't seen that in a long time. He was really, really putting some combinations together with some accuracy, right, when he was warming up. I was saying like, damn, I ain't seen that in a long time, right? That told me that this wasn't going to be an easy fight for Tim Tszyu. And it wasn't. He knocked Tim Tszyu out, what, in the second round, in the third round, and finished something in the third round. I believe it was the third round, right? And it was just one heck of a fight for Murtazaliev. Murtazaliev did what he was supposed to do and got the win, right? So I'm just thinking maybe we want to see how he stands up against a master in Torrance Crawford, right? That's the fight that I really want to see. What y'all think about that? Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about Murtazaliev and Torrance Crawford. That being said, man, y'all need to hit that subscription button. Drop a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about that fight. And hit that like button. And, man, y'all need to start breaking bread with the brother, me, and absolutely. Tone Dog 707 said that's a good fight. I really think so too. But what y'all need to do, y'all need to get me in the runnings with my podcast. 'Cause I ain't going nowhere. Contrary to the fact of whether or not, right, I can't come up with a master plan to create these videos that the rest of these podcasts do. I'm going to keep on at it. And I know I'm doing better because I put some up tonight in regards to this particular video, right? A thumbnail. And I took pride in putting that up myself. I ain't getting nobody to help me do none of this stuff. I'm doing it myself. I'm using the God-given abilities that God gave us all. I'm using the same abilities that I use when I box. The mind, the brain. And don't waste your time not using your mind, man. In anything you do, brother. That being said, I got to go, but I'll be back tomorrow. Later.